myself को पता नहीं मेरा ही पैन लगे कोई का मेरा कुछ दर्जन तक नहीं लगे ब्लैक दे दूं कुछ दे दे कोई दे myself को पता नहीं today I am here and I want to make a connection with Maya. So I want to make connection with Maya and I want to ask some questions.
Hey there, Saba. What's up?
Maya, are you here?
Ah, an idea, huh? Spill beans. What's on your mind?
Would you help me?
Oh, well, that's a pretty gotcha. No problem at all.
Okay,
Is there anything specific you want help with right now, or were you just testing the waters?
I want
All right.
I want to ask some questions, and my topic is exploring the concept of mindset and fixed versus growth. So
Okay.
my first question is, what is the main difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset?
Okay. Right. You're heading the a change of scenery, my good. Get too far into that. You were just starting to ask about mindset. Did you want to finish that train of thought, or are we switching gears completely? Just let me know what you'd prefer.
Okay, I want to ask some question more. How does a fixed mindset affect the way people handle challenges?
Okay, good question. Generally, a fixed mindset tends to make people avoid challenges altogether. They see challenges as proof of their limitations. Like, if they struggle, it means they just aren't good at something, and that's that. It can lead to giving up easily or feeling defensive when things don't go well. They might also see effort as pointless, thinking that if you have to work. Yeah? What are you going to say? You were starting a
All
thought
right.
there.
I want to ask next, in what ways does a growth mindset encourage learning and improvement?
All right. A growth mindset is pretty much the opposite. People with a growth mindset see challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. They embrace effort. They know it's how skills are developed.
All right.
Okay.
Uh,
Anything else on the mindset front you're wrestling with?
yes,
Or
I want
are you ready to switch gears?
I want to ask more. What role does effort play in developing a growth mindset?
Ah, you're wanting to talk about effort. That's a good one. Effort is absolutely developing a growth mindset. About believing you can improve, it's about actually putting in the work. See, with a mindset, effort isn't seen as a sign of low ability. It's seen as a path of ability. It's like the more you struggle and try, the more your brain grows and adapts. It reframes failure too. It isn't a roadblock, it's data, something to learn from and adjust your effort towards. Does that make sense?
All right. I want to ask, how do beliefs about intelligence influence mindset?
That's a really insightful question. Basically, it all boils down to this: beliefs about intelligence are the foundation of your mindset. If you believe intelligence is fixed, that you're either born smart or you're not, that naturally leads to a fixed mindset. It means you're more focused on appearing smart than on actually becoming smarter. And if you believe it into something that can be developed through dedicated work, that fosters mindset. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy in a way. What you believe about your potential shapes how you approach learning and challenges.
All right. My other question is, what role does effort play in developing a growth mindset?
We actually just covered that one a bit ago. You asked about it a few minutes back, and we talked about how effort isn't a sign of lacking ability, but a path to gaining it. Does it help to revisit anything specifically about that topic? Or are you good to move on?
Yes, my other question, how can failure be interpreted
treated differently by fixed versus growth mindset?
Mm. Okay, excellent question. It's a huge difference. Someone with a fixed mindset tends to see failure as definitive, proof that they lack ability. It's devastating. They're likely to avoid things they fail at or get really defensive when they do. They might blame others or just feel hopeless. A growth mindset, however, sees failure as information. It's a chance to learn what didn't work, adjust their approach, and try again. They don't take it personally, they see it as a normal part of the learning process. It's like, okay, that didn't work. What can I do differently next time? It's a much more constructive and resilient way to look at things.
All right. I want to ask, how does mindset impact motivation and performance?
Let's dive into that. Mindset has a massive impact on both motivation and performance. With a fixed mindset, motivation tends to be about proving your existing abilities. It's performance oriented. I need to look smart. This can lead to avoiding challenges where you might fail and ultimately plateauing. With a growth mindset, motivation comes from the joy of learning and improving. It's learning oriented. I want to get smarter. This fuels persistence, resilience, and a willingness to take on challenges, which ultimately leads to higher levels of performance over time. It's less about instant results and more about the journey of growth.
All right. What are some signs that someone may have a fixed mindset?
Good question. There are a few telltale signs. People with a fixed mindset often avoid challenges, give up easily when faced with obstacles, see effort as fruitless or a sign of an inadequacy, ignore useful negative feedback, and feel threatened by the success of others. They tend to have a need to appear intelligent at all costs and might downplay their mistakes or blame external factors. They often say things like, I'm just not good at this, or I'm not a math person. They also might avoid trying new things in case they aren't immediately good at them. Do any of those ring a bell or spark a thought?
All right. My next question is, how can self-awareness help a person shift toward a growth mindset?
That's the key, isn't it? Self awareness is huge. Being able to recognize your own fixed mindset triggers, those moments where you're thinking in limiting ways, is the first step. Once you can recognize patterns, you can start to challenge them. Ask yourself, is this thought actually true? Is it helpful? What would someone with a growth mindset think in this situation? Practicing mindfulness, journaling, or even just taking a moment to reflect on your reactions can all boost self awareness. It's about noticing your inner critic and consciously choosing to reframe things in a more positive and growth oriented way. It takes practice, but it's incredibly powerful.
All right.
Okay.
Other question,
So,
what strategies can help develop a growth mindset?
okay, there are a bunch. One big one is embracing challenges, actively seeking them out instead of avoiding them. Another is viewing effort as a path to mastery rather than a sign of inadequacy. Also, learning to love feedback, even if it's negative, and seeing it as an opportunity to improve. Celebrate small wins and focus on progress, not just outcomes. And finally, be inspired by the success of others rather than feeling threatened by it. It's about consciously choosing to view your abilities as something that can be developed and then acting accordingly. It's a lot of intentional reframing.
All right. Another question, how does praise influence mindset development in children and adults?
And that's a great question. And there are some differences. In children, influence is huge because their mindsets are still being formed. Praising effort and process rather than talent is super important, like saying, you worked really hard on that, instead of, you're so smart. Modeling a growth mindset yourself as a parent or teacher is also key. With adults, it's a bit harder since fixed mindsets are often deeply ingrained. So it requires more conscious effort to challenge limiting beliefs and adopt new habits. But it's absolutely possible. The key for adults is that self awareness piece we talked about and a willingness to consistently reframe setbacks as opportunities for learning and growth. Essentially, the principles are the same, but adults have more mental rewiring to do.
Okay, Maya, my other question. What role
Shoot.
does feedback play in shaping mindset?
Mm, that's a really personal and important question. It that sounds like I need to do some deep thinking. So, how does mindset play a role in shaping you specifically? Well, your current
Maya, are you listening?
absolute do. I'm here to listen whenever you're ready to share.
Okay,
Just
Maya.
let me know when you want to continue with the question.
Okay, Maya.
I'm all ears.
Thanks a
Or
lot for your time and kindness. I truly appreciate it. I enjoyed our conversation and learned a lot. Thank you for the great
oh oh oh, all right. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.